My name is Evelyn. I'm a library science grad student with a focus in youth services, and today you're going to help me plan a space-themed story time. Okay, this first book is essentially what I am planning the entire story time around. It is called Rocket Ship Solo Trip, written by Chiara Colombi and illustrated by Magoon. And there you go, now you can see it. Essentially, it's about this little rocket ship who is going on her first mission to space, and she's really, really nervous, and she has to sort of learn how to overcome that fear. It's great for preschoolers, especially those who are maybe headed to school for the first time in the fall. A lot of my 5-year-olds are headed to school for the first time in the fall, and I'm so sad that they're not going to be joining us for story time anymore, but I am so proud of how far they've progressed in the year that I've been working with them. When we're talking about science and nature related topics, it's always good to have a nonfiction book. So this one is called The Universe and You by Suzanne Slade, illustrated by Fizer Coleman. I love how this book talks about space and the universe while still centering the child to help them understand it in the context of where they fit into the universe. Finally, I have Interstellar Cinderella by Deorah Underwood, illustrated by Meg Hunt. I love a good fairy tale retelling, and these intergalactic fairy tale picture books by Deorah and Meg are some of my favorite picture books, like hands down. This is the first one, Interstellar Cinderella. Then we have Reading Beauty and Joe Bright and the Seven Bots. And Reading Beauty is probably my favorite, but I went ahead and picked up Interstellar Cinderella for this. One, because it's the only one that like specifically has a space word in the title. And then two, because Reading Beauty was checked out. Somebody else around here has good taste. So this is more of a science fiction-y take on space, but it's the final book that I'll be doing in the story time, and it'll be the way that I try to grab their attention back after our final activity, which I'm thinking is going to be a little bit more physical. And that's a great segue into the activities that I have planned. Alright, so I know that I want to incorporate 3 different activities into this story time to break up the books. One before the first book to sort of segue into it, one between the first and second books, and one between the second and third. I'm thinking my first activity is going to be number of the day. And for this story time, the number of the day would be 3. In Rocket Ship Solo Trip, the rocket counts down from 3 and then up from 3. So we'll practice, and then they can help me do it when we read the book. So how the activity works is I introduce the number to the kids. In the library we have these cute little foam numbers. I don't have those on hand here, so I'll probably just write it on a piece of paper for the video. And ask, what is our number today? And then let's practice counting to 3 on our fingers all together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's clap to 3, and we have them clap 3 times, and then let's stomp to 3, and we stomp 3 times, and then let's jump or let's spin. One of my options for the third activity has them spinning, so if I do pick that, I'll have them spin during number of the day too, so we can practice spinning safely. Then we read Rocket Ship Solo Trip. Then we segue into our second activity that I confidently know that I want to do, which is Laurie Berkner's Rocket Ship Solo Trip. Now, at the library, we have a fun little box of colorful scarves. I do not have a fun little box of colorful scarves. I did think I had a scarf lying around here somewhere. I've misplaced it, so we're using this eyeglasses cleaning cloth. The song has its own countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off, another rocket ship run. When we have them use the scarves with this song, we have them blast off. You can just toss it. If you don't have a scarf or an eyeglasses cleaning cloth or any sort of fun little thing to toss up in the air, you could also just have them launch a little rocket with their hands. So for activity number 3, I have 2 different movement song options. One that fits a little bit more with the ideas introduced in The Universe and You, and then another one that helps segue into the sort of like sci-fi alien angle on space that is explored in Interstellar Cinderella. So I'm going to sort of briefly walk you through both options, and then y'all are gonna leave a comment down below telling me which one you think I should use. Option number 1 is the song Roundy Round by Monty Harper. Monty Harper is admittedly my father, so I am a little teeny tiny bit biased toward this one. However, there are pros and cons. Let's start with the pros. Pros, I know this song already. I don't have to learn it. I would potentially have to learn chords if I wanted to play it on my ukulele. It's over there, off screen. I know you can't see it, but it exists. That is also a pro, that I could learn to play it on my ukulele. It would really underscore a lot of the ideas in the universe and you. So the song is about the nature of the universe and how everything in it spins. It starts out, people once thought the sun went round the earth, but the motions of the planets were too cryptic. Copernicus caught on, we turn around the sun, so now the planet's orbits are elliptic. They go roundy round, roundy round, roundy, roundy round, roundy round, roundy, roundy round, roundy round, roundy round. As you can imagine, when I'm singing roundy round, the kids get to spin. And we establish beforehand the rules. Don't run into anybody, stop and sit down when I'm not singing roundy round, right? And so we're practicing sort of that body management concept, and we're getting a lot of fun new space-related vocabulary. Vocabulary is one of the early literacy skills we're hoping to develop through story time. So that's some more pros. We're practicing body management and we're building vocabulary. The con is I'm a little bit worried I might lose some kids with this song. My 3s in my 3 to 5 age range might struggle a little bit with some of the later parts. There's a section of the song where the singer asks the audience to close their eyes and picture some stuff in their head. Picture yourself rolling head over feet on a carnival ride in a twirling seat at the end of an arm swinging up through an arc, which circles you and circles you high above the park, which rotates through the surface of the planet you're on, which revolves in giant lip-de-lips around the sun, which spirals toward the center of the galaxy you're in, expanding through a universe where everything spins roundy round, roundy round, roundy. Now I love that because it really gets to the heart of that idea introduced in the universe and you, right? This is the universe, this is how you are a part of it. I am a little bit worried that I'm not gonna get some of my kids to sit there and close their eyes. So that's my con, I guess. My con, it's a little long and it might go a little bit over some of the kids' heads. There's more pros than cons, but I think that'll be true of option number 2 as well, because these are both really fun songs. Option number 2 is Czar and the Broken Spaceship by Dino O'Dell. If you're familiar with The Button Factory, this is a space alien themed version of that song, and there's actually a picture book that goes with it. I wasn't able to check that one out though. In the song, the narrator and their friends are in the park when they see a spaceship crash land, and when they go to investigate, they meet Czar, an alien from another star, who needs their help repairing his ship. You can help by pressing different buttons, and as the song progresses, you add buttons and different appendages. So, hi, my name is Czar. I am an alien from another star. My ship had crashed right over there. I was hoping that y'all could help me make some repairs. Push this button with your right hand. Hi, my name is Czar. I am an alien from another star. My ship had crashed right over there. I was hoping that y'all could help me make some repairs. Push this button with your left hand, and you just keep adding them. Now, I have seen a librarian that I work with do a similar, like, cumulative motion song before, not this exact one. It's one about chasing the clouds away on a rainy day. The kids have a lot of fun with it, but I think sometimes they do end up struggling doing the multiple motions at once. Now, of course, just because they can't do things well doesn't mean they shouldn't do them at all. We want to work on developing the ability to do multiple body movements at once, especially if I can incorporate crossing the body, because we want to work on crossing that midline so we can develop the ability to read. However, I know it can be frustrating for a lot of kids when we're doing like a longer activity that they are struggling with a little bit. and less kids struggle to just spin in a circle than they do to, you know, be using hand and foot and thumb all at the same time. And then also, it just doesn't fit in as thematically, I think, with the rest of the story time, because yes, it is science fiction-y like Interstellar Cinderella is, but they're about two different things. Although, you know what? No, they're not. They're both about fixing spaceships. Never mind. I just hadn't thought it through. They are about the same thing. They're about fixing spaceships. So, like I said, it's not up to me which song I'm gonna use. I'm putting it in your hands. Comment down below which one of these two movement songs do you want to see in next week's Space Story Time. That's right, I'm gonna be recording this story time and posting it next Monday so you can watch and see how I actually incorporate all of these things into one cohesive program. So let's go over our story time structure one more time. We'll start with our welcome song, then we will do our number of the day. Then I will read Rocket Ship Solo Trip. Then we will do Rocket Ship Run. Then I'll read The Universe and You. Then we'll do a movement song, audience choice. And finally, we'll wrap things up with Interstellar Cinderella before singing our goodbye song. And that's our story time. I can't wait to see how it all comes together. With that being said, my name is Evelyn. It's been a real pleasure being your almost librarian today. There's always room for more people in our story circle, so don't forget to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.